First
Oh,
episode. What's going
did
on?
it start?
Uh-huh.
All right. About time we did this, bro. We've been talking about this for a while.
I know. Nothing's gonna be perfect too, so we can just kind of go through and improve as we go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I kind of just want to treat it like we normally talk, I guess, because I don't know. We talk about some funny shit sometimes, man.
Yeah, we
Um.
just need to hopefully capture that on camera this time.
hmm But first little topic. Did you see Israel Adesanya lost his fight in the UFC?
Oh, against Strickland?
Yeah, he's not the middleweight champ anymore.
Huh. Did that happen tonight?
Yeah, UFC 293.
I was just watching the Full Send podcast with Strickland
Oh
today.
yeah,
He was just
yeah.
going off on like Steiny and fucking calling him a rat and a weasel and shit.
It's like some
That was
old school
fucking
Connor
funny.
talking, calling people weasels and shit. That's what he called Jose Aldo. He's a weasel.
Yeah, I didn't watch it though. That would have been. Did you see the highlights or no?
No, not yet.
Did he?
Oh,
Did it say like KO? Did he get
nah,
KO or
they
just
just said that there's a
decision?
new champ.
Okay.
Um,
Anyways, what else is going on in the sports industry?
college football going on. We got
A lot of good
Texas just
games
beat.
today.
Yeah, a lot of good games today. Texas beat Bama, which was kind of crazy to see. Um, I don't know. I think the whole Nick Saban era is just kind of over now. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know it's
How
early in
old
the
is
season
Nick
for them.
Saban?
That's a great question. Let me see. I don't know how old he is. He's old as fuck.
He's got to be at least like 40, 45 maybe.
Nah,
He
he's
doesn't look.
71.
Yeah, what?
No chance, bro. He looks so much
Say,
younger than
Wow.
that.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He looks good for 71. I take back what I said. I mean, he's still old as shit, but
he's
he does not
retired.
look 71.
You think
Honestly, yeah.
like how does like a career
Wow.
as a coach like so well known as Nick Saban, like do you want to go to the NBA or not the NBA, the NFL at that
NFL.
point?
I would just commentate,
Bro,
man.
Or
he
do
You get
probably
hella
he
you
money
probably
from that.
gets paid so much he doesn't even care.
Bro,
That guy probably
I
has
know Nick
fuck
Saban.
off money.
He recently bought like this big ass mansion. I think it was in Florida. I don't remember, but it like seaside view, if I remember right. It was huge. I know that guy has money.
He's probably like the highest paid public
you
employee in the state,
do you think
Yeah.
he's
bar none.
making more than like the best NFL coach? Like
Mm,
I feel like if he went to the NFL, he'd be like one of the top coaches. But I don't
oh,
know how much
definitely.
I,
I don't know
I
how much they're
I'm
paying him
pretty
in
sure the
Alabama.
NFL still has way more money than NCAA
Probably.
shit.
I don't know, but think about how much money Alabama has. That's like one of the biggest programs in the nation. I mean, those motherfuckers, they have money.
I mean, but so do like singular NFL teams. Like some
Yeah.
schools have is funneled into singular
Yeah.
NFL teams
I just looked it up
between
now.
branding, sponsoring deals, and all
His
that.
his salary?
Yeah, I just looked it up now. It says Saban is set to make $10.9 million in 2022.
Jeez.
That was in 2022.
Is that
Ten
just for
point
And
the
in
nine
season?
mil?
in in 2021 he made 9.75
Oh
million. So
my god. Yeah,
if
he's
it
loaded.
goes up like a million each year, he's making 11 million this year if that's the case. But
Yeah.
Okay, he makes here we go. Bill Belichick. He got paid like 20 million annually, this
yeah, like
says.
why he's obviously highly regarded as like a really good like NCAA coach. Like
Yeah,
why wouldn't you go to the like NFL
NFL.
and
I
not
don't know. I
stay in
guess it's
it?
just like he's kind of built up a dynasty over on
He also has to get
Alabama.
hired by a team owner.
That too. I don't
Bro,
know.
who wouldn't want to hire him? There's like like coaches are getting
Yeah,
fired like left and right on NFL
it is
teams.
kind of crazy. There's like a few coaches
Anybody
that
get
just like they
recently
stick with it.
dropped?
Honestly, I feel like I'd be surprised if he hasn't gotten an offer from one of those like
I
NFL teams.
I tell you what, I don't know if it's their
Maybe he
offensive
just loves
coordinator.
fucking college
I,
football.
I don't know if it's their offensive coordinator, but I think one of the coaches at A&M, everybody wants to get fired.
Why
Like
is
their
that?
play calls today, like against the Miami game, the Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, dude, it was bad. It was bad. They got beat up bad. I think it's their offensive coordinator. I don't remember who, but I saw a bunch of posts on Instagram like saying people wanted him out. Mm,
That is crazy.
but yeah, I don't know. Lots of good Texas games. I don't remember. Let's see, UTSA played. They won against Texas State. I
I-35
think.
showdown, baby. Birds take
Yeah.
the win.
Every game I'm looking at right now on the website for the NCAA football is like a blowout, pretty much. Like,
Yeah. Oh, Baylor also played. And speaking of Texas schools, they lost again.
2.
They lost to Utah this week, and they lost
Fuck.
to Texas State last week. These guys suck.
Utah who? Like just Utah
Just
State?
just Utah. Just Utah.
Fuck.
Their logo's like
Utah's one
some
and only
letters.
college.
One and only. And then I think Texas Tech played today too. I don't. Oh yeah, they lost. They lost to, but they played Oregon, which makes sense. Oregon's now 2-0. They beat them 38-30. So
Yeah. Lots of good
not well.
goings on.
It's like a 50. Well, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of the Texas schools lost today, but UTSA won and UT won. So if you're a UT fan, you're happy today.
Yep.
we are
Man,
not.
we are not. So I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I am angry.
I hate both those teams.
Yeah, honestly, bro. Everybody on like the Instagram comment section was just like, "Alabama lost. It's a good day for America." Like every single comment was that. People just really do not like fucking Crimson Tide, I guess.
Bro, it's because they've just been winning for the past couple of years. It's just kind of
Yeah,
annoying, and nobody wants. It's like the Patriots, bro. Nobody wants to see
yeah.
the Patriots win.
They're ready for things to shift. They want to see a change.
I mean, it is happening already. Georgia won the last two national championships, right?
Yeah.
They won last
I
year,
mean,
and they
Georgia's
won.
just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Alabama, so
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. They breed them different down south, I guess. Corn-fed motherfuckers, gigantic, 6'9", 800,000 pounds.
fresh out of middle school, 300 pounds, fucking
Bro,
6'2".
it's so funny because some of these big colleges like always find
Mhm.
these like
Insane,
insanely like big and just like
massive.
unnaturally fucking massive, like straight out of high school like kids that come on
They'll
those
be giving
teams.
offers to middle schoolers that are like 700 pounds and 8'9". It's like they found Hercules himself just in some fucking random backwater middle school. Like, you're playing football for us, son. He's like, I play the clarinet.
It's probably from Texas, honestly. Did you see that
Yeah,
thing where like I don't know what it was, but like half the quarterbacks for like college teams are like from Texas?
really? No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah, all
crazy.
these schools poach our kids, man.
But Texas is like the biggest fucking state for football, honestly.
That's why, bro. That's why A&M has all that
Oh my
fucking
god.
oil money.
Even our
They can just pick up whoever they want.
even our high school football in Texas, man, people go nuts for high school football
Bro, it's
here.
crazy. It's crazy. I honestly don't think there's another state that has, in terms of high school football, there's not another state that has better football.
Bro, don't sleep on New Hampshire football.
Hey, Harry, New Hampshire football. Who the fuck playing up there?
You
All the
don't.
good ones. Tom Brady, Johnny Manziel.
All right. None of those players played for New Hampshire. Who the
New
fuck?
Hampshire.
I don't even know. Is it just New Hampshire State? I guess I don't know.
I don't even
New
know a
Hampshire's
team
like
from
a
New Hampshire.
city.
New Hampshire State.
It's like
Yeah.
one of
What
our
the fuck? What am I saying?
Yeah,
I'm
you know,
thinking
San
of
Antonio State College,
yeah.
fucking Austin State College.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's
What do you
fucking
mean New
funny.
Hampshire is a state, bro?
No.
It's right next to
Not
Wait,
Vermont.
to me.
am I
No, it's
fucking
not.
retarded?
Yes,
Wait,
New Hampshire is
it
a
is a
state next
state.
to Vermont. Please tell me you guys are joking. Please tell me you guys are joking.
I'm totally serious, David. I thought New Hampshire was a city for real.
For real, for
Oh
real?
God.
Oh yes, for real.
New Hampshire didn't exist in his mind.
Honestly, if it's like
It's about
you
the
know
size of one of
anything,
our cities.
if it's anything like north of the fucking like southern states, I just don't know it.
New Hampshire is like the Idaho of the East Coast. Like nobody fucking talks about that shit.
Idaho.
That's true.
The Idaho, Wyoming, whatever the fuck. Why? Like nobody
See,
talks about that shit.
I never
Nah,
understood.
Wyoming's goaded.
I never understood the
Wyoming
whole
is
like
fucking
Wyoming
giant.
doesn't exist like memes.
It's
What do you
because
mean?
it's
Like it's
it's
not a real
because
place?
it's because
quirky.
Wyoming has such a small population.
But bro, it's so beautiful over there. I
I
don't
went up
understand.
to Wyoming to go do some snowboarding at Jackson Hole, and it was like,
Mhm.
like the entire country is just mountains, bro. It was
Bro,
so
it's
nice.
Yes.
beautiful.
But
It's
I'm
beautiful.
pretty sure their capital city, which I think is Cheyenne, has like 500,000 people.
Yeah, it's
Which is
Cheyenne.
there's nobody in Wyoming. I think that's
But
where
the
all
thing
Joe comes
is,
from.
bro, it's just so
They
beautiful. I
have
mean,
some
like
like
Yellowstone. Yellowstone's so like famous. I don't know
It's
why.
probably why there's so little
Yeah,
people living there because it's all natural parks.
Wyoming's overall population is 578K total.
An entire
Wow.
state, 500,000
The
people.
entire the
Our
entire
city
state, yep,
has like
has
two,
like
almost
What?
3 million.
2 mil?
yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say,
like 2 million people.
but we're like one of the fastest growing cities
Yeah,
like
well,
in the
San
country.
Antonio is one of the biggest cities in the
It's the
country,
seventh
so it's
biggest
kind of
city
Yeah.
in the
unfair.
country, but I mean, one city versus an entire state.
Is isn't it crazy that like San Antonio, Houston, and Austin are like the biggest, like are all in like the top, I guess top seven, because San Antonio is technically the
Hmm.
smallest.
I
Well,
don't
I mean,
think
everybody's
It's
moving
Austin
to
fucking
is,
huge.
Texas.
but San Antonio
I
and
feel like it
Dallas.
is.
San
But
Antonio
everybody's
and
moving.
Dallas are big.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dallas
they're
too.
big.
I think New York is first, LA second, or something like that, and
It's
then
That
New
makes
York,
sense.
Let's look it up.
LA, I think probably San Francisco.
You just gotta
Miami.
think about population density for each of those
Yeah,
cities. It's just
yeah.
crazy.
New York, LA, Chicago, Houston's
It's like
number
And
four.
by
Well,
the way, I wouldn't
Chicago,
want to live
duh.
in any of those places too.
hell
Yeah,
no, bruh.
Phoenix, nope.
It's
Philadelphia,
I
nope.
I've
San
been to New
Antonio,
York.
yes.
I've been to
Oh,
New York before. I just don't understand people's like all the raves about. It just smells like shit everywhere you
because
go.
they're brainwashed,
They're
bro. The
just
It's
rats are
fucking
crazy.
rats
hypnotizing
running
them.
around everywhere you go.
Seriously,
it's the
that's not even a joke, man. I saw like a subway rat the size of fucking Garfield. Like it's ridiculous. It was
I
so big.
I've been to Chicago and I liked it a
They're
lot.
Oh,
fucking
Jesus.
asking for
Just in the
lasagna.
city. Anywhere
I don't
outside the
think I've ever
city,
been to Chicago.
I wouldn't want to hang around.
Well,
But
hell
sh-
no.
but
What
the,
the
Why
but
wouldn't you want to hang
downtown
around, David?
Chicago is
fuck?
downtown Chicago is really nice.
Hmm.
I
Did
wouldn't
you
want to
visit the
live in.
Bean?
Mm-mm.
Hmm. That's in
Specifically, I
Chicago.
wouldn't want to live in New York or LA, bro. That
Holy
just sounds
Bro,
like
shit.
just
Yeah.
no.
Never.
New York's population density
I feel like
is insane. 29,298 people per square
which
mile.
place do you think has
Wow.
more of a homeless problem, LA or New York?
Probably LA. Like New
Yeah,
York
because
was go for it. I didn't mean to
uh,
interrupt.
I was gonna say LA's way more expensive to live, I think,
Mm-hmm.
but they're both expensive as fuck to live
Oh,
in.
expensive as fuck to live in, man. The thing is, like, when I was in New York, I mean, we definitely saw some homeless people and like some tweakers and shit. But
Tweakers.
LA is like another level because
LA
LA
is
has
a whole
Skid
nother
Row,
level.
like a
Yeah,
whole area dedicated to just disgusting fucking
yeah. Like
creatures.
It's
it's
rough.
bad. It makes Austin look nice, man. Like it's really bad.
Bro, oh my god, and Austin's fucking horrible. I've
Austin's
been to
homeless problem's
Austin.
bad.
Yeah,
You know
I've
it's
been to
bad when
Austin once. It's fucking
Portland.
there's like literal like
Hmm,
towns of fucking
Yeah,
like
shanty
Yeah,
tents
like
towns.
set up
That's what a
shit
tents and
up.
shanty
shit.
town is, man. I saw a shanty town in Portland. It was bad.
Portland's got like
Portland,
the
Portland.
God,
worst of it, bro. I think Portland
Portland is
might be the
shit.
worst homeless has the worst homeless problem
And
ever.
they have the worst drug problem because they decriminalized
Hmm.
all the drugs, so all of them are just on trank
They
fucking
decriminalized it because they
stop.
couldn't fucking arrest everybody who was taking that shit.
Yeah, man, it fucking sucks because like when I went to California, man, it is so beautiful over there. Like I think Lake Tahoe's over there. Like the redwood forest. Like
Yeah,
if you
The
get
go
over
kind of
avenue,
like
Redwood
going down the
Forest.
the
Avenue of the
North Shore,
Giants and going down Highway
bro.
1
It's
was
so
so
pretty
nice.
over
Yeah.
there, but I just would never
but
live
the
there. It's
people,
so expensive, and the people suck.
the people are brain dead. But I would for sure
Fucking
go to visit.
yeah, uptight fucking morons, bro. I don't feel like
I
dealing with
I think
avocado toast munching
yeah,
idiots every day.
And it's
I think
basically
the
just
further
fucking
south you
communism over there
go,
too.
the worse it gets. Because
Mhm.
SoCal, like with LA, sucks, but
Oh yeah.
Northern California, I've heard, isn't nearly as bad.
Oh,
But
definitely not.
of course it's still the same government, state
Yeah,
government, so it's still
yeah.
shit. But
So you
I mean,
steal like $7,000 worth of shit from Target and you won't get arrested.
Yeah.
You know what?
That
You
Maybe I
see
should
those
move to
videos of
California.
those fucking
yes, dude.
people just like
Th-
smashing
just
and grabbing, and
yeah.
everybody's just sitting there watching
I
them,
see
bro.
It's
videos
crazy.
just from like all sorts of places, just people running in, ransacking stores, running out nothing.
It's crazy because
nothing
like I'll
happens
see
to
these
them.
motherfuckers like politicians trying to defend it. Like people are going starving, so they have the choice between starving and not
And
having food
stealing
for
a
their
goddamn
family.
TV? The fuck
Yeah,
is
Yeah,
wrong
bro.
with you?
and
They're
stealing
stealing
bread for their family.
clothes and
Stealing
shit.
bread for their family. It's like, why are they stealing bread from Best Buy? I bet that shit hits different, bruh. Like, what the fuck?
Stealing the bread out of
The
the
fucking
fucking cash register, bro.
the Sour Patch Kids from the goddamn checkout line.
Bro, I haven't seen one video where they actually take food. They're always like
Yeah,
taking
no.
Yeah,
It's
like
always like
diapers or
it's
TVs,
always
some shit. Like,
iPhones.
makeup,
yeah. It's just
clothes, electronics,
shoplifters in
shoes,
Yeah,
general.
just
They
crazy.
no,
never
That's why
and
I
these
would never live there.
and no, there's it happens in so many other places because it's happening in more
and
places where they're
it happens in
where
Austin.
they're making
Yeah.
organized attempts, even in places where it's like it's still not technically decriminalized. These groups they like organize them beforehand.
Yeah.
These groups of people
Bro,
like come in to raid and ransack the stores, and they just
It's
run in and
crazy.
rush out, and it's a whole group of people because then they come back, they get together, and they just like start reselling it all, and they like
Yeah.
yeah.
you don't know if
That
you're
bro,
should
they
buying
gotta
stolen shit or
that
not at some point.
that almost happened in San Antonio. I forgot the name of is it Prop A? I don't remember whatever proposition
Oh,
it was.
yeah,
That
yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
so because my mom
Wait,
told me about it. It's
wasn't that the
so base.
police thing? What was Prop A? I don't even remember.
I don't remember, but I think
Prop A had so many
they
different things on it that should
yeah.
not have been
So
included
there
on
was
one bill. It was bullshit.
yeah. It's I forget the name of it. We talked about it in my government class at SAC, but
Oh, it
it
was.
was like they wanted to re-legalize abortions, and then they also wanted to
That's what
decriminalize
it was.
marijuana. That's what they were trying to push on people. But then you read in the fine print and it's like, oh, and also fucking $2,500 worth of graffiti you won't get in trouble for, you just get fined, and
See,
up to
okay,
$500
yes,
worth of shit you could steal
that's right.
is
That's right. I remember because everybody is posting about it like,
because it's not about marijuana. That was the whole slogan of
well,
going against
yeah,
it.
like everybody I knew was like, oh, like you gotta like go for it because like vote for it because it makes abortion like there's no law enforcement on it and it decriminalizes marijuana. But if you read the fine print, there was like you said all that extra shit that was like, oh, but on top of
It,
that, like you could steal and like all this other fucking
that
stupid bullshit. I
that
was like, what?
it's bullshit that politicians do all the time where they'll put in like a couple of good things,
Yep.
and I
Yeah.
wish I remembered the term for it, and they'll piggyback some crazy shit
Yeah,
that helps
I
them out
I
specifically.
know what you're
I
talking
don't
There is
about.
a
remember the
term for that.
term, but
Should have paid
I
attention in
can't remember.
politics class.
It's just
going back.
it's
Oh,
just where
keep going.
they just put all this random bullshit that has nothing to do with
Yeah.
the other like these all these conflicting and
You put
wildly
like these
separate
big.
policies into one thing you have
Yeah.
to vote yes or no on when they
And
could
it
have
sucks
so many different
because
things you agree or disagree on within it.
yeah,
It's
like they'll
ridiculous.
jam pack it full of eye grabbing, like super appealing, like oh that sounds great for the community, and
Like
then they leave like
yeah,
a bunch of fine print bullshit
each
that's gonna fuck you over.
each of those separate points should have been a separate proposition to vote on.
Yeah,
I don't know why they do that. It's
that's
ridiculous.
why all politicians fucking
It's
suck,
just
man.
it's all push an agenda no matter what side you're on. It happens.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
very
and that's facts, bro.
but
That's just facts. I mean, no matter.
you
It's
Ewan, you were about to
you were gonna say.
Oh yeah,
you
I
going
was
back on
gonna
something.
go. I was gonna go back to the California thing because I was like remember reading or
Oh,
hearing or
it's
watching something about
it's
like
oh you go I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
about like people having to like wait on hold like while they're getting like their house is getting
Oh
robbed and shit
yes! Oh my god, I heard about that.
like what would you even do, bro? You're calling the cops and like, yeah, we're gonna put you on hold while you're getting fucking mugged right now.
Do
Like,
they have a stand your ground law in California?
nope.
Don't
Hell
Hell
believe
no.
so.
Damn,
Hell
really?
no.
I mean, I don't know why I
Hell
It's
even asked,
fucking
it's
but
hard enough to get a
I feel
weapon
like
there.
I feel like if somebody invades your house in California and you like beat them with a bat and they're like they got like a broken rib or something, like you
yeah,
gotta
you're
like
You
pay
gotta
paying
the
get
whole
in
for it.
shit.
trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What a
And
shit state.
I figured out the term. It's pork barrel spending.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Pork barrel
That's
spending.
right.
Yep.
I had to ask fucking ChatGPT for it, but he got it.
ChatGPT knows everything.
That's another thing, man.
Oh my god,
The
ChatGPT.
shit we've like done with that thing and asked it. It's actually first of all, it's amazing that something like that is like publicly available and can do what it can do.
That shit is
Yeah, for
literally helped me
free.
so many times on my assignments
uh,
and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've guilty to that.
It's gotten to the
Yeah,
it's
I may
gotten
or
to
may
the
not have
point
used it.
where like professors, well, like some are like worried about it, like, oh my god, like what are we gonna do? We gotta come up with this new like anti-AI software to detect
and
whether or
that-
not
Bro, you
students
could-
did
Yeah.
some shit.
Those AI detection tools are not accurate.
They suck, first of all.
You
Second of
cannot use
all,
them as proof. You can't. It's not
Yeah.
fair to use them as proof. And I've
Because
seen
Second of all,
you could have false positives on them.
yeah,
they put the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence into an AI in like an AI
Written by
flagging
AI.
tool. Said it was written by
Mhm.
AI. The fucking Declaration
Yeah.
of Independence.
and it's just crazy because it's gotten to the point where a lot of professors that I deal with too, like some of them literally incorporate it into their class. Like one of my professors for one of his other classes, it was I forgot what it was, but he basically, like, there's a end of the year project where the students have to write an essay for him, and
Yeah.
normally like everybody dreads it because it sucks and like, oh, like this and that. But last year, fuck, hold on a second. Oh gosh, sorry. But last year he told his students to use ChatGPT. He's like, I want to see what you guys can do, and he like changed it. And I remember because all the students before that took the class got super fucking pissed because they had to try their ass off.
Wow.
And then like all these new kids were like, oh, it's so easy, I got 100.
That's pretty cool, actually.
And it was like a
That's
10-page
funny.
essay. He was like, oh, just let the AI do it
I-
for you. I want to see what you guys can do. I'm like,
I
that's
almost
awesome.
feel like he wanted to do that just because he was like very like intrigued to see what an AI could come up with.
But realistically, like, let's think about this. Like,
'Cause
in the
I-
real world, like, you're gonna have access to whatever you want to solve problems,
exactly,
as long as like the
exactly.
company just wants you to get the
Yeah,
job fucking
seriously.
done.
If the
Why
internet
the fuck do they care how you
exists,
do
if
it?
the internet and calculators exist, bro, it's gonna be used in a
Mhm.
job.
That's why I never
I don't know
understood
why.
like any college classes like calculators not allowed. Go fuck yourself. Why?
Yeah, seriously.
Why?
This is open.
One
This
of
is
the-
a closed book, closed note, bro. Is my
Then
fucking
what the
job gonna
fuck
be
is the
closed
point?
book, closed note?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
if
let
I
me
don't
go
remember how to
design
do
a-
something,
Let's design a fucking rocket ship, and you're not allowed to use any tools at all. Just your fucking brain and like a hammer and a nail or something.
A hammer
luck.
and a
What
Using
nail.
sheet metal.
Scrap.
See how
Sheet
good that
metal,
lasts,
some
bro.
gasoline.
700 scrap and low grade.
We make mini copters like in Rust.
Speaking of like that ChatGPT and like how they have like something to
Oh,
detect it, like one of my teachers, it happened like the second week of school this year. So like we did some assignment where you had to answer like 5 or 4 questions on like this slide that she posted.
Uh-huh.
So everybody did it, and then the next week starts, and she sends a message to everybody in the class. She's like, "There was an uncanny amount of ChatGPT
Oh my.
people that use ChatGPT or something like that." And and now that I hear David saying like, "Oh yeah, the ChatGPT stuff like just doesn't work," that's
Mhm.
definitely like a bluff. First off,
Yeah.
I didn't use ChatGPT, but it was such an easy ass assignment, and it was such a specific assignment to where the slides were like right in your face and you could literally copy
Yeah.
down the slides, and it made no sense like how she called everybody out. I think she was just bluffing. Like that was, I think that's how they're using it, is like, yeah, we have
Yeah.
software to detect ChatGPT, don't
There's
use it.
there's way too many instances of false positives on those checkers that, like I said, they just cannot be reasonably used as like proof.
It
'Cause
might just be like
how
a
does
means to scare students into not using it
how
for
does the
projects
teacher
or whatever.
actually know for sure that you went in and asked ChatGPT for help? They don't.
Even if it's 99.9, like even if you did and it detects it, it still can't be confirmed. Like it
Yeah,
still
how are they
can't
gonna
be
know?
100%
There-
confirmed.
Another way, like even if they did like create some software, is like, oh yeah, you use ChatGPT or something like that, is like, if I really wanted to, I could ChatGPT it, rephrase
Rewrite
it,
it.
put it
Yeah.
on there, and just
Bro,
let that sit. Like,
I've done
I've
that.
done that, bro.
Yeah, I've done that
Yeah,
too.
I've
I've done
fucking
that.
done it.
So
Oh, dude. Oh,
Don't-
you
Wow.
not letting us use ChatGPT isn't gonna do shit for it. Like,
Yeah, get the fuck out of
Bro,
here.
don't
crazy how much easier school has gotten as we've
Yeah.
fucking gone
It's
through.
kind of ridiculous
Yeah.
because I talk like whenever I had my work experience over the summer, a lot of my coworkers were a lot older than me, but they had like gotten their degrees already. And like I talked to them about like what classes were like back then because they took the same ones as me.
Mhm.
And they're like, "Oh my god, this is so hard. I wasn't allowed to do this. I had to look up in the fucking like paper textbook this and that." I'm like, "Oh, I just
Yeah, when
somebody
Just looked
posted
it
on
up.
Quizlet." I'm like, "Okay, easy."
when my
Fucking
dad
Quizlet.
got his master's, like in the I think it's like the late '90s, early 2000s. That had to have been so hard because
Oh yeah.
you're just using
You're not really using the internet. It's
yeah.
all you have to write
You get a
everything. Your fucking
badass
dissertation.
textbook that you
Or I
pay
get,
Yeah.
or I guess
$10,000 for.
all
I
that
wouldn't
shit.
say I take the internet for granted, but Jesus Christ, it makes things so much easier.
You
We're
guys
just
have-
fucking retarded.
I mean,
You guys
yeah.
have classes where like you get assigned a textbook and you never ever have to look
Yes.
at it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yes.
I get classes like that all the
The
time.
the
and
thing is, you have to pay for those textbooks because it comes with the online access to use
Fucking
the shit.
Yeah, bro. They always
Because-
fucking bait you with it.
yeah.
Like, here's a $800 textbook, and you need to buy it because it comes with the homework software. Fuck
Exactly.
you.
McGraw
Oh my
Hill,
God, fuck
fucking
you.
Connect, Pearson Access,
Bro, all those motherfucking companies, man. It's a
whatever,
scam. Fuck, that
James
shit
or
pisses
like
me off.
Jones, Bartlett Learning, whatever the fuck. It's
Yeah,
it's
all that
all
shit.
My Lab.
And
I'm
it
not
sucks
gonna-
because, like, the textbook is never helpful either.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
I
lie.
don't even ever actually look or read the textbook chapters. The
Yeah.
teachers have like really really good slides most of the time, and the homework
Yeah.
is just like
Over the slides.
it's over the slides because the slides are condensed better versions of the textbooks pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
read the
yeah.
textbook and it still doesn't fucking help me.
The
The-
textbooks
the
are
textbooks
shit.
make it worse. They
McGraw,
make it
Yeah.
worse.
I
McGraw
get
Hill might
confused.
have some of the worst textbooks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Bro,
bad.
doing the software, I remember using that shit. Using the software to like solve
It's
shit or
fucking
do whatever.
bad.
I think we used it for like math, the math textbook or whatever.
Oh God,
Oh,
help
Jesus.
That
me.
was so bad, bro. It was so bad.
It's
Good Lord.
worse when they feel the need to use the textbook specifically, like
Mhm.
require because like there was one, I don't remember what class it was, but we would get these like every other day we had these like 50 question quizzes on a specific chapter, and it was just a super obscure like line in the chapter, so you would need to read the whole thing to find it out. It's like a
Like
very
a
specific stat.
like a check
And
to
like
make sure you're actually reading the textbook.
yeah, yeah, and
I
but
hate that
thank
shit.
That's
but
bullshit.
thank fuck all of that shit was on Quizlet, and and they're lazy fucks that recycle it because I for like 90% of them I would look it up, and the other 10% I would guess, and then
Yeah.
usually get them wrong, so I don't get 100 every time. So
That's another
what's
thing.
sad
feel
is I
like-
cheated and I still only got a B in that class because I guessed on too many of them.
That's the thing.
I-
Some of these professors will copy questions just like we copy fucking answers. I have seen
Yeah,
so many.
seriously.
I have seen so many of the
ridiculous.
same questions for completely different course numbers and classes. Like
Yeah.
these teachers
Bro,
have like
bro,
must have some
I-
question database that they just pull shit from.
I'll fucking find a Quizlet for my college class on a high school Quizlet. It's like A push
Yeah.
flashcards, chapter
You know,
13, and it's
Exactly.
like for my fucking
They're
US
they're
history.
all the same
That's
questions,
crazy.
man. At the end.
I'll have questions for some like homework assignments, and we're allowed to use whatever we want in the homeworks. So like sometimes I'll like look them up to see if I can find references online. I will find the verbatim question and
Yeah.
answer on like University of Iowa's website. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, you cheat motherfuckers.
I heard somewhere where like teachers are like they get paid like they get a percentage of selling the textbook. I'm pretty
What?
sure.
That's if they write
So,
the
like,
textbook. I'm pretty
if-
sure.
I don't know
It's
if
like
it's
ad
that
revenue.
because
What?
Yeah, that's if
because
they write the textbook, because some of them do.
Oh.
They'll sell their own
I
textbook
heard
for
that
their
somewhere
class.
like they make more money if more people in the class buy the textbook, so they get a small percentage or whatever it is. Because they fucking drive the textbook fucking
It's crazy.
numbers fucking up,
Yeah.
bruh.
Well,
Like
we
I-
don't have a choice nowadays because they include the textbook with the online homework
In the
software.
tuition, yeah.
I've
Thank fuck I
gotten
didn't have to
lucky.
do that with my degree.
I've gotten lucky with my teachers, at least for this year, because like all of them have been really chill, and they're like, "Yeah, don't get the textbook. nothing that you're gonna see in there that's not gonna be on the slides. So
That's how one of my classes is, and that's why I keep taking this professor, because he structures all his classes that he teaches the exact same way. He'll make his own homework because he's awesome
Yeah,
like
they
that.
need to
Yeah.
put it all in the LMS instead of making us pay to use an
Yeah, and then he's like,
outsourced
"Here's the
LMS.
textbook, but you don't need it. Like, it's optional. Like, it's nice to have because it gives you additional resources."
yeah,
But he's like, "But I took everything you're gonna need from the textbook and put it in my slides." I'm like, "You're goated for that, dude. Thank you. Saves
Saves
me
I mean
money."
so
that's
much
basically
money.
what all their criteria is based on. Anyways, it's like off the book. Like
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, it doesn't make any sense to get the fucking book. Like
Dude, oh my
Yeah.
God. I had one professor, he was awesome. He's like one of my favorite professors because he was I took him for government for both government, or Texas and US government. He was really interesting. But the thing that would annoy the shit out of me is there was the textbook and then there were his slides, his
Uh-huh.
lecture. And I would take notes on his lecture, and then none of that stuff would be on the test. Literally none of it. It would
Damn.
all be from the textbook.
I've had
I
So
teachers
the
fucking
like
hate
that
and,
that.
too.
and I told him that in the feedback, like, what's the point in me sitting here for an hour writing down every goddamn word you say if I still have to go home and read the textbook for
Yeah.
6 hours to find out what the actual answers
Stupid.
are? Like, I almost failed his first class because of that, and the second one, I think I cheated the fuck out of it. Like, a lot of he got lazy and did all the shit on Quizlet, but
Speaking of professors, but in like the opposite way, because that fucking sucks. I had a really good professor last semester. I think I already told y'all about this. This guy he was very blunt with how he said everything. So like the very first day we walk in, right? And keep in mind this is one of the weed out gateway courses.
Oh, I remember
So I
this.
walk in, yeah, this he's from Spain, so he has like a nice little accent. His name is Santa Maria. That's what we all called him. And so we walk into the class, and he's like, he actually shows up like 10 minutes late. So like everybody already knows him because he has a reputation. We're all sitting here talking. It's like a class of 75 people or some shit. And we're all talking. He comes in late. He's like eyeing all of us down. And we're like looking at him like, uh-oh, here he is. Walks into the class, sets his book bag down. He fucking slams his hands on the table and he screams at us. He's like, half of you will fucking fail this course. And we're like, holy shit, all right, this guy means business.
What an entrance.
And I know,
Wow.
I'm like, wow, all right, well, I know what I'm getting into. So keep in mind, it was a pretty tough class, but not impossible. But the thing is, he like every day that we had class, he would go off on like tangents about like random bullshit, like his family in
Jesus.
Spain or some shit. One time, he told this story that I'll never fucking forget it till the day I die. It was the most funny shit, but it's kind of dark too. So he was like, when I was a little boy in Spain, I would go hunting with my dad, and my dad would bring dogs. I think he meant like duck hunting or some shit like that, because he said he would bring dogs basically, or like deer or or like deer hunting. And basically the dogs would go and retrieve the ducks or some shit like that. But so he had like a big pack of dogs, and they would go out hunting and shit. And then he was like 8, I think he said. And then one time his uncle came along, and then the uncle was like, "Hey, can I bring along this new dog that I have? It's like a pup. It's only a couple months old, but I want to bring it so we can start training it." But my professor's dad was like, "Oh no, I don't think you should do that because you're supposed to train them first, then bring them out on the hunt." He was like, "Ah, no, just let it slide this one time, Carl. This will be good experience for the dog." And then he's like, "All right, fine, whatever." So him, his uncle, and then his dad go out like duck hunting with the dogs. There's like a pack of like 8 plus the new pup, and they're going, and the pup he's young, he's excited, so he's like fucking all jittery and jumpy and shit, and then he like starts scaring off the birds, and then that fucking like pisses the dad off. He's like, "I told you not to bring this fucking mutt. Like you need to like wherever you got it, you need to take it back." And
Mhm.
he was like, "Ah, damn it, you useless fucking mutt, whatever." So he's like, "Hey, can I see a shotgun real quick?" and the
No.
dad's like, "Okay, why? I mean, I don't
Oh
see any
boy.
birds." Bro, I shit you not. He was like, "Yeah, so I was standing there, I was a little 8-year-old, and then I watched my uncle grab the shotgun and fucking blast the dog's head off after calling it over to
Oh
him."
my god.
What
He was
the
like, "Oh, come here."
Fuck.
He was like, "Come here, sweet boy." And then the dog like marched over, like, "Oh, I'm all happy. I get to see my dad." fucking blasted the dog's head off.
Oh my
Shit.
gosh.
And like there was girls in the class that started crying and shit.
That's fucked up.
I was
That's
sitting there, I'm
horrible.
like, oh my god, that might be the worst story I've ever heard in my entire life.
Why is he
And
telling that in class?
I don't know. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to learn about how like bridges are fucking held up and shit, and you're telling me this? Like, you just ruined my day.
That is
Why the fuck did you say that?
what a horrible person. That is
I
fucked up.
know. I'm like, your uncle needs to be locked up, bruh. That's fucked up. He
That
shot
is-
a puppy in the face.
That's psychopathic.
I wonder how that worked. Like after he blew the fucking dog's head
Yeah,
off
like
or
what the
whatever.
reaction was.
Like, do you just keep hunting or is
Yeah.
it
I don't
like
know.
wraps? Is
I
it
don't
like
know.
It's like,
wraps
well,
and you
dog's
just-
dead. Let's go home. Like, what?
And keep in mind, my professor was like, that ruined my childhood. He's like, I was 8 years old.
Or do
I
you
was
just
like,
like
wow.
bury the dog or just leave it there? Like, what the fuck? Is there
That-
anything
I
to
don't know.
bury?
I don't think they. I think they just left it there because he didn't give a fuck about it. I mean,
Jesus
he just blasted the thing to bits. I'm like, you are a piece of shit, bro. I mean, keep in mind, it's like he was an old school motherfucker. This was like the '70s, and he was already kind of old. So like, I
Doesn't
guess he
change the
just
fact they
didn't fucking
blasted
care.
a goddamn dog's
I
head
know,
open.
I know.
That's
but
It was
horrible.
probably in
Fuck.
like Spain where they have like no laws against like.
They just didn't
fucking-
give a shit, man.
I mean, those
Anywhere in the
motherfuckers have a
70s, you could do whatever
culture
the fuck you
circled
want.
around killing bulls for sport.
yeah, fucking with bulls.
Bro, that's
Spaniard
another thing.
motherfuckers are different.
Seeing those motherfuckers getting gored by bulls is satisfying.
Oh,
Torturing
yeah.
those fucking
Bro, it's like-
things.
Did you ever see that one British guy that's like, I'll have a burger the size of my head, please? He did one
Yeah.
for Spaniards. He's like, I think I'll run around in the street and get mauled to death by a bull. I think I'll wear red and stand in front of a bull to get ripped to shreds.
And they do.
We need to get
Run
him on
around
the
in my
podcast.
pajamas and get ran over by a 500-pound bull.
Yeah, let's get him on the podcast. Get him to do some improv for us.
Yeah, seriously.
A leg dog.
If you will. Pick up my child from school in a fully
Fully
armored
armored
tank.
tank.
That guy's
Bro, if
fucking
we-
hilarious.
If we can ever get like big enough to where we can have somebody on, bro, that would be like one of
That'd
the
be funny.
first. Just have
Well,
him do that shit for like an
It's
hour
funny.
straight.
One of
It's
these
funny because
days.
everybody fucking like hates on him and shit. Like,
Bro, I
he'll-
always see the comments. It's like, how does anybody find this funny? And it's just like,
I'm like,
Bro,
it's
some-
hilarious. What are you talking
He
about?
It's just
does it to-
satire,
He even
man.
does it to British people.
Yeah, he does it to
fucking hilarious.
it's
everybody.
literally just for a laugh, bro. Like,
What's
if
the-
you
wait,
take
what's
that
the
shit
French one
serious,
again?
then you're a fucking idiot, man.
It's just
Yeah.
satire. Why are people getting so mad at that?
These morons, like every single time, they're like, "Oh wow, this guy hates everything."
Can
It's like, he's making fun of shit.
Can nobody understand like satirical
No.
comedy, ironic
It's just-
comedy
No.
anymore?
It's just the ways of today, man. Like everybody's just so soft.
Sarc-
when it
idiots.
comes to,
like nobody can read sarcasm
dumb.
or
Nobody
anything.
can make any jokes. It's always offensive. Something's always offensive. Like, bro, you can go to the boys' bathroom and you're a man and you know how to be offensive to somebody.
That's why I like our channel name in general. Just very
Oh,
suiting
thanks.
to us.
Yeah, we just be saying
Yeah,
shit.
What
no
we talking
offense.
about.
Jason,
Well,
what's the
it's
French? The
because we
French
say
one again,
everything.
by the
we
way?
just
What'd you say?
The British dude. What was the French? The
Oh,
French video you did.
Oh,
I ate some
Oh.
stinky cheese and
He-
some
he's
loud
like-
cigarettes.
cheese.
he's like, I think I'll have 7 cigarettes to wake up, and then I'll have a load of stinky cheese that smells like my bumhole cheese, and then I'll have a frog's leg. I love that. Slips straight down my throat.
Maybe a
the-
sand or
the-
two.
The
And then he's
vaping
like-
one too.
He's like, I'll have maybe, I don't know, 10 to 30 cigarettes to go to bed. And then he ends it like smelling his armpit. He's like, I stink.
That's it. It
Yeah,
just
that's
cuts
it.
off.
And then the fucking
The
vaping
vape.
one is
That
funny.
was
He's
that
like,
was one of my
do you
favorites.
have any puffable airborne death? Couple puffs of strawberry blitzer. That shit's fucking hilarious. I want to
I
peel out
actually
my
want
own
to find
lung.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have Instagram. I can't find it.
Oh.
One of the funny things I saw about like French people is like it's some French guy and he's eating something, and this is what I've been quoting a few times, but he like spits it out.
Oh
He
yeah,
goes,
because
Sacre bleu! This is not
No,
cigarettes and
piss."
peace.
his first time drinking Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Like
I don't think I've seen that video.
a French
Oh,
person
wait,
might
here
see
it
like
is.
a burger and some
Picture.
fries instead of a fucking snail on a plate.
Wait, listen.
Some fucking slut.
Flavored airborne death.
So you say, how much is that? £5, 3 for 10. That's bloody amazing. What? And it will kill me. You're sure it'll finish me off? I really want to like shit out my lung or something. That's what I'm going for. Couple puffs of strawberry blitzer.
Strawberry
And
blitzer.
then poo out my own lung and die. So, for a £5, that's bloody worth it.
Fucking funny as
I'm not
fuck.
gonna lie, that guy's teeth can eat a fucking
Oh,
apple
through a
big
pig
as
bro. His tooth is as long as my fucking microphone, I swear. Good
Oh my
lord.
Oh my god.
Fucking big Bugs Bunny, big chungus looking ass motherfucker.
We're at
How many followers does he have on Instagram? I'm sure he has a
I don't
lot
know
more on
why.
TikTok.
He has, oh my god, he has 97,000 followers on
Wow.
Instagram.
Jeez.
How much does he has on? I'm actually curious as to how much he has on TikTok.
Max Mofo follows him. Which is kind of funny.
Think he's humble enough to get on the No Offense podcast?
Nah, I
We're
don't think.
definitely
Just some
we're too
random
low.
fucking dudes.
Yeah, hop on our
yeah.
podcast with like 18 subscribers.
Yeah, we have like 18 subs, guys.
Speaking
we're huge.
we're at the 41-minute mark.
So
How
we should
long y'all
probably
want this to
start
go?
wrapping up, or
You
do you
wanna
want to
wrapping
keep
it up?
going?
Wrap it up,
Or
I
you want to
guess.
shoot for an hour? Like, how long do you want these to be?
I mean, they don't have to all be the same.
Maybe we
time.
can just,
That's true.
you know, feel it out. Like if we have nothing else to talk about, then
It's up to you guys. I mean, if y'all want to keep going, I'm down.
I don't care. I can keep.
I just don't
going
want to
if
talk
everyone
about too
wants
much. Keep the content for
Yeah.
the next one.
I don't know. I feel like we always have shit to talk about, man. Like, this is
Yeah,
always
like
what
this-
happens when we do post playing games.
Yeah, bro. Imagine. Just think of all the fucking shit that we missed out on that we've
Yeah.
talked about. That was fucking
A lot.
hilarious because we didn't record it.
I'm just talking.
We always have funny
Yeah,
shit, dude. I'm not
talking
really
to the
worried about
viewers
that.
specifically here. Like, anybody else have like these post game conversations? Because I feel like we just do it all the
Bro.
time. Like,
Everybody does. Like, that's why you always see those memes like, oh, we're gonna live in a YouTube house when we're older.
yeah.
Like, everybody has the same
I
dream, man. It's not
you know,
just
it
us.
makes me wonder like what kids these days think about. And obviously we
That's
can
a
like
good-
we can just
They wanna
make
be
conjecture,
streamers,
but
I
they want to be
wonder-
like
I wonder if YouTube people like have that same influence on young kids. Like when like YouTube was kind of newer to us. Like it
YouTube was
it's
still
been around
new
for a
in
little
general.
while. Yeah, it was around for a little while, but it's not like it is today where like everybody watches YouTube for whatever
Yeah.
reason. Like
But it
Yeah.
was weird. Like, I remember back in the day, like whenever we had like a shittier kind of like PC setup downstairs in my living room, my dad would like put on YouTube videos. I remember seeing like Chocolate Rain for the first time.
Oh my god, bro! It was just random ass videos.
Random
Like
shit.
nobody wanted to make money. It was just for fun. That's
was just
that
random
was
I'll
like the
say it,
bullshit.
bro.
golden
Like
era.
I love the old like late to mid 2000s internet culture. It was so fucking
Yeah.
organic
it
and
was
like raw and
uncensored.
yeah.
Yeah, cause
It was just
Right.
pure fucking internet.
I remember there was like a cheeseburger cat website we would go to all the time and
It's
just
called
laugh at those
Cheeseburger
stupid
Cat.
memes.
The memes was called I Can't Has Cheeseburger. That's what the
God,
website
that's
was called.
right.
That's where that
Oh,
fucking
Can I have cheeseburger, please?
I can't has
Remember like
cheeseburger.net or
tons of
something like that.
like iFunny was big
Cheeseburger.
and shit.
yes.
I
That was
funny.
bro. I thought it was
I
like
used iFunny.
elementary,
I
middle
used
school.
iFunny.
I used
and
iFunny back like in 2012, 2013. Completely fucking different.
that place is a
Completely different.
cesspool now. And it
How so? I don't know what
it-
it's like now.
it's just
Honestly,
it's a hotbed for
honestly,
like so
it's
much like
very
horrible
political.
things, yeah.
But I will say a lot of the funniest shit gets created there and
On
it gets shared
iFunny, yeah.
elsewhere. Because when I used it, I used it for a while when the app that I used to stop the goddamn Russians from mining crypto using my processing power, it worked for a while and then it stopped and it would make my phone super hot. But
Like
dude, it was there was some funny
yeah,
shit on there.
so
bro.
many of the people that like make memes today like
They're all
started
from
on iFunny.
iFunny.
Like Nitro started on
Yeah.
iFunny. He
A
makes some
lot.
funny. Well, he used to make funny shit. I don't think he does anymore. I don't think he makes anything anymore.
Grande, Grande.
No,
Just
he
kidding.
doesn't count. Nobody likes him.
Oh, I forgot about that motherfucker.
I feel
Good.
like
I'm not gonna
YouTube
say nobody likes
today-
him because he definitely made some popular ass memes and shit. But
Not
he's,
that they were
he
ever
could
fucking funny.
he can't keep
He-
up with the times.
You're gonna
He's
say
from-
YouTube
he's
today.
from
I said I
Malta.
feel like YouTube today is just kind of like how cable
Or
it
well,
was
everyone
like
wants to make money.
20 to 25 years ago. Like everybody was just had like it's not like a big deal anymore. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I
You
mean,
think it's like gone back
YouTube
to
is
what
a
it was like?
household name. Like
yeah, that's
everyone knows YouTube. If you don't watch YouTube or
You're weird.
consume it in
that's
some
more
sort
like
of way, you're weird.
streaming services and like in general. Like I feel like not many people are watching cable unless you're
No,
like 40 and up.
cable's
Cable,
shit.
Yeah.
but
You could get the same shit on. I mean, I will say that the way streaming's going with
I was
all
just
the
about to
goddamn
say
extra
it's
bullshit,
about to just be
Mhm.
cable again.
it's cable too, except it's more convenient because it's all streaming.
It's
Like, at
funny
least,
Which
because
honestly
all
I
right,
don't mind because I like being able just to choose and have it
yeah.
right there.
yeah,
I mean, I
100%.
don't need all of them. I
And,
really only use fucking Hulu.
and you get
That's
it in
it.
better quality, and it does end up being
Yeah,
cheaper at the end because
Honestly,
cable
and you,
is fucking
it's
expensive.
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Yeah,
feel
and you
like
have to buy channels. Like,
the
what the
way this is going is like the whole point of the streaming stuff is you don't get ads. But I'm
Yeah.
feeling like as soon as cable starts to die off more and more and more, it's gonna be like, all right, these people that like all the ads that were on cable are gonna need a place to go, and now these streaming
Yeah.
Well,
services are gonna pick them up and
Well, I
put
mean,
them
you're
in
that's
the.
when
seeing it already.
services have these like ad included subscriptions. You got to pay
Yeah.
more for the non-ad subscriptions.
It's crazy to me that marketing and advertisement actually works because my vow every time I see a goddamn 15-second unskippable on YouTube, I vow to
I
never
I
ever spend money on that product. Like it just
Yeah.
pisses me off every time I see that shit.
I have this thing where like if I get an unskippable ad on YouTube, if I'm on like a console, like so I don't have ad block, I
Yeah.
will replay the video as many times as it takes to get no ads or an ad that I can skip. I will refuse to watch it, even if it takes longer than it would if I just watched the ad.
Yeah, just
I
out
will
of spite.
I will just skip until I don't get an ad.
I mean, as long as you're not consuming the media, then the ad's not working on you. So who gives a fuck?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's it, bro. The
it's a
fucking
principle thing, bro.
oh
I
my
just do
god,
not want to see that shit on my fucking TV.
the ads where you have to yell like Whopper, like you
Yeah.
have to yell the fucking
Oh my god, that there's
chicken
an
sandwich.
old green text. That was actually that was a patent, by the way. Somebody tried to patent
Yeah,
that,
yeah, exactly.
Wait,
That's
but
what I was
what? Wait, what are
referencing.
y'all talking
Yeah,
about?
Sony
Sony
patented
tried to
it.
has a
They
patent
did.
where
They
if
have it. Yeah.
there's an ad that plays on your TV, and to get the ad to go away, you have to yell the name of the product at your TV.
Well, it's
Are
not to
you
get it to go away.
serious?
Dead
It's
serious.
you could watch it all the way, or you could skip it by saying it.
Yeah, that's
But
a real
it's
thing.
crazy is if you say it, then it's gonna stick in your mind immediately
Yep.
because you're saying it. So
I-
it's dystopian, bro. It freaks me out.
How have I
If
not
that
heard of this?
It,
That's freaky as fuck.
there's an old green text
yeah,
about
that's
please
it was like a
please
single.
drink verification can. He's trying to get his like Xbox Live thing to work, and it's like asking him to confirm his account. And he's like, please open your Mountain Dew verification can. Please drink verification can. And he's like drinking an entire pack of Mountain Dews, and he's like, he's just like throwing up and shit. Dude, I could never explain
That
it as
reminds
funny
me
as
of
the
that
green
one
text
episode.
describes it, but oh god, that's a
That one episode of
classic.
Futurama where like Fry drank all those slurms trying to like
Oh yeah,
get some code or some shit.
he's trying to go to
Yeah.
the Slurm factory to see Slurms
Oh
McKenzie.
yeah, it was like the Willy Wonka
Slurms
fucking
Yeah,
McKenzie.
Slurms McKenzie. That was their mascot. Go Wimmy Wham Wham Wazzle.
Damn, I missed, bro. I can't believe they brought that show back. I was about to say I missed
I
it. I forgot they
watched
restarted it.
I watched the first two episodes. I haven't watched
Mhm.
any of the other ones. They're all right. The first episode felt way too meta. Like they were going with way too much meta humor, and it was kind of annoying. The
It's just
second one was better, but it still felt kind of.
I wonder if there's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
like a new like Family Guy or American Dad show that
I
like
think
comes
about that
out.
sometimes.
Yeah,
It's like
I don't know
if you think about it, there's like certain times where stuff started getting like really popular. So first it was like The Simpsons, I guess, and then it was
Yeah.
like
yeah,
Family Guy.
just
Then it
adult.
was
Yeah, just
American
adult
Dad, and then it was like
animation.
Futurama.
No, it was definitely Simpsons, then
Yeah.
Futurama, and then
Then
Family Guy.
Family
Well,
Guy
yeah,
didn't
obviously
get
I'm just
popular for
giving
a
you an
long
example.
fucking time. they were always outshouted by the Simpsons until like the 2010s when
Yeah,
they.
because then the Simpsons reached like season 700 by the fucking 2010s.
I think
so.
Simpsons
Are
on
they still
season 30.
making
Yeah,
it or
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Simpsons on
yeah.
season 33, I think.
They've been going since the
Wow.
80s, like
Since
the early mid 80s.
1984.
Damn, really?
Yeah, since
Is it really
Very
that
old.
old?
It's ridiculously old, and it still holds up. Those first seasons are fucking hilarious.
they are, dude. They're so good. I think it came out in 1984. I want to say
1980. Oh, 1987 on the
Seven.
Jamie,
Tracy
can you pull that
Ullman
up?
show.
Yeah, Tracy.
I was
Yeah,
I was just about to fucking say that. That is so fucking funny. Jamie, can you pull that up?
yeah. It started as a short on the Tracy Ullman show. Like
Yeah.
it was just a little snippet, but then it got popular enough to get their own show.
So it started in 1987, and then the actual show started in 1989.
And
That is fucking crazy.
that's
That's
when the
10 years before Family Guy even came out.
That's
You
when
know what
they looked
show?
all weird. Like remember the old style like of The Simpsons? Bart looked all fucked.
Bort.
You know what show I was banking on being like the new kind of like Family Guy / Simpsons was that what was it called? It was
Big
on
Mouth.
HBO,
Oh my god.
and it was like the same people who made like Rick and Morty, or
Close.
not Rick and Morty, fucking
Regular
Solar
show?
Opposites?
regular show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
you're close enough.
Oh, close enough.
I
Got
was hoping
canceled
that
after
was gonna
2
be like
seasons.
That's
the new
crazy.
Family Guy.
That show is funny,
It was
man.
funny as
I don't know
fuck.
why.
It was just
Did they stop it?
It was
yeah,
regular show
it got
without a
canceled after
filter.
the second season.
I'm
Damn.
surprised.
That show is
Because
funny. I don't
people
know
just
why
don't
they stopped
appreciate
it.
the
Dude,
humor. Because even regular shows is still hilarious, even
It-
with like,
So funny.
because they have to be really careful with
feel
like
like
their adult
Close enough
jokes.
is the humor that J.G. Quintel always wanted to get
That's what he
away with
wanted.
in regular show.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
exactly.
glad
Did
he
you
was
ever-
able to do it.
Did you ever see the pilot of regular show where it was like the gas station attendant and the
Two
dude that
two
walked
in the AM PM. That's one of his
Yeah.
old college
and like
his
they
old
got like
college
high on
shorts.
acid or some
Yeah.
shit, and like they turned into Benson and Mordecai.
Yep. And
That shit was funny.
the other one is the naive man from Lollyland, where it's an old version
Oh,
of
yeah.
Pops trying to pay with lollipops in a restaurant, and they tell him to get the fuck out, and they start like they
Get the fuck out,
Yeah.
Pops.
because that's what
Get the-
because Sam Marin was like still like I guess they were partners for quite a while because Sam
Yeah.
Marin is the one that voices Pops.
I feel like why that show didn't like really take off is they kind of released it at the wrong time. Like everybody who
Yeah.
watched regular show like isn't old enough to really buy their own subscription yet and like watch it. And I feel like
I-
they didn't like
They
market
didn't.
it.
I was going to say they didn't
Yeah,
advertise
they
it
didn't
enough.
advertise
Like-
it.
like it wasn't
Nobody knew
so
about it.
advertised. Like
And-
maybe like if you were really like into like Rick and Morty or regular show for
They-
whatever.
People just don't
really
really
just didn't
like
know
that.
about it.
They should
It's
have
not
leaned
really-
more into like the adult regular show like marketing aspect because that I think
Yeah.
would have hooked people in. I don't think
Because
they
if it
did
was
that
just
enough.
like left as I feel like if they just would have left it like they did with like just as close enough, like just some adult like cartoon, I feel like we already have enough of those, and people just already don't want to watch something like that if they have like Family Guy to rely on or whatever.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I wish it was. I wish it was the new fucking Family Guy because that
It was
would
funny.
yeah.
The new Adventure Times spinoff came out a few weeks ago. I've been watching
What?
that.
Wait, there's a
I
spin-off?
never even
Yeah.
heard of that.
So a few years ago, they came out with four of these episodes called Distant Lands, which are stories from like after Adventure Time. And all of four of them really good. But now
About
they
Finn?
but about a bunch. There's one about Finn and Jake after Jake dies and Finn has to go find him in the Dead Worlds. There's one about Marceline and when she was like growing up and they like are in a glass kingdom. There's one about Peppermint Butler after the end of the show and he goes to Wizard City to become a wizard.
I've never heard of any of these. What the
It's all on
fuck?
HBO Max. And then there's another one about I don't remember, but they just came
Adventure
out.
Time was like the most like that was the weirdest like that I think Cartoon Network can get.
I love
before
that
I
show
like
so much.
like that was just on the cusp of like okay this is good, and then they made Steven Universe and I want to fucking blow
Oh
my head off.
Jesus! Yeah.
But the new spinoff they just came out with is about Fiona and Cake, which are like the gender bent versions
Oh,
of them,
yeah.
but like actually showed
Yeah,
up
the
in the.
fanfic. Oh.
But it's like actually canon and it takes place in the same like universe and stuff. And it's
Interesting.
pretty good so far.
I forgot about the Fiona and Cake thing.
You'd
That
kind
was
of have to
funny.
you'd have to
Those
rewatch like
episodes
the
were fucking weird.
you'd have to
I
rewatch
still
the
need to
shit to
finish
remember.
it. I at this point I would need to rewatch it. I got close. I got to like the second to last season, and then I binged it so hard I just kind of lost interest and I stopped watching it.
You
But
want to
I'll
hear
go
some
through.
preposterous shit?
Go for it.
I have yet to finish a regular show.
Really?
What?
I've seen it. I've
I've
seen
seen
it
it
a
like
fucking
3 or 4
bunch.
times.
I've seen like the main seasons, like the first like however many, like so many
I
fucking
feel
times.
like-
I
7,
didn't
I
finish
think.
the last one. I never finished the last
The
season.
last one is definitely pretty weak. I like the ending a lot, but
Bro,
the
that show
last
actually made me cry at the end.
same.
When
The
I'm
last
skin-
season or two were just kind of weird. Like it didn't hit the same as the first, but it was still really good.
I
And like the character development and plot and
They
stuff
had
was really
some good
interesting.
episodes, like the episode where they go to Synthos
Wait,
with Gary.
the
That was a good episode.
oh yeah, the music. Yeah,
I've
I don't want to
always
spoil too
watched that
much.
shit. I've always watched that shit on like Cartoon Network before it started
Mhm.
being trash. Like I don't think I've actually watched every episode, but like I've definitely watched an episode from like almost every season.
Yeah.
I always like seeing like when I go back and I watch like a Cartoon Network show on streaming, I would as a kid I would see when that shit would come out, so I'll
Yeah.
remember like though
I
the
remember seeing the
first couple
promos
episodes
for
will
it.
be in my subconscious.
Mm.
Like when I started rewatching Clarence, it was fucking weird, like just remembering random ass scenes that like were stuck in
Is
the
that the one
back of
with the
my
pink
mind for
fucker?
years. No.
Pink.
Okay,
The
never mind.
Clarence was that it was like it was that short bat kid that had the speech
It's like
impediment, and then there was
it's like
Sumo.
3 different kids
Three
with 3
people,
different
yeah.
types of autism.
Yeah, Sumo was like the bald one that
Clarence, let me
lived in
look
like a
that up.
trailer park. It's
Jeff is
funny. It's
the
actually really
the actual blockhead
yeah, the
motherfucker.
blockhead. Yeah, he's like a
Oh, I know
germaphobe.
what you're talking about.
It's funny, but on Hulu they
That
took
is
off.
the pink fucker.
It's
He's like pink, like looking.
he's
With buck
white.
teeth and he's fat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't tell
Yeah.
me his skin doesn't look pink, bruh.
bro. That's just the color of white people, bro. He's just white. Like what?
It's funny because if you ever look at
No, because the blockhead
like
fucker's white.
if you ever look at like
He's just supposed to look
writings
sunburnt.
from like Native Americans like way back in the day, they would call like Spaniards and like Americans that came over like the pink people. I thought that was always funny hearing about that in history class. But dude, Cartoon Network shows in general,
So
like
dog shit now,
That
bruh.
But
the
if-
specific era, like 08 to
Yeah.
2012, was just goaded.
And
like
there's a reason for
Chowder,
that. It has to do
fuck,
with
not
like, the head guy that was in charge or head person. I don't know who was in charge, but whoever it was, they made some good decisions greenlighting those shows.
not just that, bro, but like looking back at the old shows, like Samurai Jack was fucking outstanding.
and Adult Swim, bro.
Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, imaginary.
fucking-
Yes, Foster's
yeah,
Home for
Foster's Home.
Imaginary Friends. Did y'all
Yeah,
ever
that
watch
was a good one.
Camp Laszlo growing
Yeah,
up?
that one
Yeah,
was
that one-
okay. It
Wasn't
wasn't
that on
that.
Boomerang? I feel like that was on
No,
Boomerang.
no, it
maybe,
was
bruh.
on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it was
Remember
Cartoon Network.
my gym partner
He
was
was
a monkey.
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking watched that show.
Because his last name was Lion or something, so he got put
Yeah,
into
he got
school
put
for
into school
animals.
for
yeah.
animals instead of normal people.
That's so fucking funny, bro.
Okay, that show
oh,
was not that good, but I just have a lot of nostalgia
That
for
show
it,
was alright.
watching it.
Here's another one that everybody forgets about. Star Wars: The Clone Wars started on
Oh,
Cartoon
yeah.
Network. That
I
started on Cartoon Network.
I remember never was interested in Star Wars, but when
I
those
love that
episodes would
show
come
so
on, I
much.
would watch it, and it was good. Like the
They were
episodes
so
really
good.
even not having any prior knowledge of anything that happened, it
was
was still
funny
interesting.
Ed
Because like
and Eddie. Oh my god.
Ed
bro,
and Eddie,
Summer.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck,
I
you're right.
fucking love that show.
I'm sorry, but
uh,
Chowder, yeah, Chowder's another
Chowder.
one.
that was a weird one. Flapjack, Marvelous Misadventures of
Oh my
Flapjack.
bro.
God.
That one
was a
was
weird
funny,
one.
but it was
That's a
weird.
trip.
That was
It's
the
still
weirdest
weird.
one, bro.
All the fucking I don't know what the like they go from
Like
the
Adventure Time?
animation to like physical. I don't know how to
The
explain
hyper
it.
realistic
Yeah,
leaps
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
dimensions.
Yeah,
That shit was
Adventure Time
funny.
had some weird shit in it too, but it was not as weird as fucking
Hell
Flapjack,
no.
man.
I need to finish Flapjack, bro.
Remember-
I'm still in like the first season.
The barber had like the monster that would eat the hair under the floorboard. She was so fucking weird. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god! Or
Courage
I
the
just-
Cowardly Dog.
Oh my
bro.
god.
Yes!
I
Oh
love
my
that show.
gosh!
That's a great show.
Bro,
There were some scary episodes in that shit too.
it's funny because like Cartoon Network just dunked on Nickelodeon in
Yeah,
terms of most of their
Nickelodeon just
shows.
had fucking SpongeBob.
Can you
Besides
believe-
SpongeBob?
can you-
SpongeBob was fire.
SpongeBob and
Danny Phantom,
Danny Phantom,
Fairly Odd
Danny-
Parents.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They did have
hold
some
on,
fire
there
shit
was-
in
Who was
Nickelodeon.
There was another
Butch
one I'm thinking
Hartman?
of.
He's the one that made all those shows. He's kind of weird, but
That
he
same animation style.
yeah.
Ben 10.
Ben
that was on Cartoon
Buckington.
Network,
That
though.
was Cartoon
10.
Network.
I think his
Yeah.
name
Johnny
is Butch Hartman.
Test.
I fucking hated Johnny Test. I don't know about y'all.
I actually
I didn't
watched it,
mind
but
it,
it
but-
was
it.
yeah.
I watched
liked
it a
as a
lot,
kid.
but I didn't care for it.
I rewatched it like a year or two ago. It's weird. It's so like there's so many sound effects and
Yeah.
colors.
The whip
It's
crack.
so weird. It's pretty. There's some pretty funny jokes, like the fact that Agent White and Agent Black.
Oh, they were
White and
reversed?
White and black
yeah.
person.
I can't believe
That's kind of
that.
funny.
You know what the
lived in fucking
last
Fort
good
Belly.
show on fucking Cartoon Network was?
The what?
The
The
last good
Amazing
show.
World of Gumball.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
shit was
show-
kind of
that-
funny,
Gumball.
bruh.
that's a
Gumball's
really
That
good
shit
show.
was fire.
I love that shit. And it's
I love
cool
the
that
episode. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that it's interesting that the voice actors evolve through the seasons, especially for
Yeah.
Gumball, because they have to get new kids.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, like the art style changes completely, the humor's changed in every season. It's really interesting.
It was funny. I liked the episode where the dad got like super fucking buff and they
Yeah.
like looked on Twitter or
Yes.
whatever.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, "Where is he? He's in Paris." And then like all the memes of like
Oh yeah,
of,
they
like,
made
that-
it black.
the Jay-Z song in question comes on. God
Bro,
damn it! This shit's so funny.
I googled old Cartoon Network shows, and it's every single one we just talked about. Like, we're considered old now, I guess, with all these Cartoon Network shows. that
We
we're
are.
talking
That's
about.
Bro, we
weird.
fucking are. That shit was a decade ago.
Uh,
All those shows came out like a decade ago.
You know we're getting old when like people our age that we knew in high school are like getting
But
married,
the thing
having
is,
kids and shit.
all these shows were like really, really good, and it's like they don't continue. Like, you know how like Scooby Doo came out in like 1980, and that
No,
show's still,
Scooby
like,
Doo came out in
Yeah.
the '60s.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that show is old as dog shit, and they're still making new shit. Like,
But now they had the Velma show.
they're never gonna make any more Adventure Times
Yeah.
Well,
besides
that's
like
good.
spin-off
That's-
shows,
That is-
and they're
that
not
is
gonna
That's
make
good that
any more.
That's good that they're letting it
regular
die though. They
shows.
shouldn't just let
I'm
it.
just glad the spin-offs they did make and are making of Adventure Time are still really good. Like they're not ruining it at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good because Adam
Like,
Muto, who was the executive producer of Adventure Time, is in charge of them, so he knows exactly what he's doing.
Well, that's good.
Kids
Yeah,
Next
I
Door.
hate when they change like creative direction on like any type of shit, even like video games, because like that was clear with Halo. That things
Oh yeah,
changed.
343 completely ruined the
Fucking
series.
ruined
They
Halo.
fucking spit on it, bro. Bungie handed them the series on a goddamn silver platter with Reach,
Yeah.
and they
Seriously.
destroyed it, bro.
And then they
It
came
was
out with Halo
fucking
4.
horrible. Yeah, Halo 4 is fucking dog shit.
And Spartan Assault and Spartan Alliance. Wow, for the mobile
Oh,
phone.
get the fuck out of here,
And fucking Halo 5's campaign was garbage. Multiplayer was really good,
bro!
actually.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I had more fun on Halo 5's multiplayer than any other Halo.
I
Like,
liked Halo.
no,
I
I
liked
liked
Halo
Reach.
5's Halo 5's
What was that
movement was
war-
really good,
what
but the
was
story was
the-
shit.
What was the mode where you could use like the cards to get different items, and there was like
Warzone.
Warzone? Yeah, that was fun. I like doing that.
Warzone
I like
was
Warzone
really fun.
firefight.
Yeah,
The
Getting
firefight
the-
mode.
Yeah, I like saving the really OP shit and just raping the fucking people with it.
Yeah,
Like the
seriously.
Arbiter's energy sword that made you invisible.
That shit was awesome, bro.
Mythic
That was
Warzone
broken.
firefight was so fun.
That
Going-
bro, I
Going
remember
against
like
Mythic Warden Eternals and all that shit.
That was dude. Okay, 343 at least did good with that, but I think Halo
then-
Infinite was just trash all around.
fighting
just
fighting
sucked,
the
'cause I really
mega
liked the
grunts like
campaign.
Blimblap and shit.
oh yeah,
Yip Yap or whatever the fuck their names were.
Flip Yap or some shit.
Flip Yap, yeah.
The Destroyer.
I still
It
haven't
just
played
sucks.
Infinite.
Oh, you got to play
I
the
don't know.
campaign at least. The campaign's
Yeah.
really good, but the multiplayer's ass.
I think the
just don't like
movement
the
in Infinite is even
idea.
better than in most of the other Halos. Like the
Oh,
movement is
oh,
really
That's
fun
the one
and good.
thing. It's good. Yeah.
It's like original Halo movement, but it feels good, like because
fast pace.
you have the sprint, you have the grapple.
But you still bunny hop like
Yeah.
every other fucking Halo.
it feels like original cool Halo movement, but with like the modern
New shit.
refreshments. It's just the
Yeah.
stories that 343 really has been fucking up on
It's
majorly.
fucking horrible.
I mean, to be fair, what would you even do like after Halo 3? Like the story of
There's
Halo
so
3,
many
like
things they could have expanded on. They just chose the wrong way to do it.
You know,
Bro,
it
it's
kind of
literally an
sucks.
I was
infinite universe. Like you could just
Yeah.
make up
I
some
was
random ass alien and make him like cool or whatever, and just make a cool story around
I
it.
was watching a Hidden Xperia video, and he does Halo lore and canon and stuff like that, and he was talking about
Yeah.
how there's rumors, like pretty substantiated rumors, that the next Halo is going to be a soft reboot, and I don't know how I feel
oh
about that.
no.
I don't
No,
know how
dude,
I
that's
feel
gonna
about that.
because fucking Modern Warfare, the story on like the soft reboot Modern Warfare and MW2 sucked compared to the original. It's just lazy cash grab bullshit because they don't want to make
Mhm.
anything new. They just want to expand on an already great idea from somebody else, mind you,
And
from
let's not
fucking Bungie.
and let's not even talk about the Halo show. I'm just glad that's not
Oh,
canon.
No,
Jesus
that doesn't even
Christ.
count. That's not into canon at
I
all,
know.
bro.
I'm
That
just
shit
I
saying. I'm
think
just
they
sucks.
glad.
actually got fucking helmet wearing retards to make that show.
Bro,
Straight up.
why would they in the second? It's the second episode, right, where Master Chief takes his
Yep.
helmet off.
S-
The
Yes, and
fuck?
then
Second
you get
episode.
to see his ass, bruh. Like you get to see his
Yeah,
ass. What the
despite the fact that
fuck?
Spartans don't have sex drive, this is like a common like canon thing that
Like
Yeah,
almost
did they.
instantly in the show, he started plowing a
I hate
bitch.
to get
Like
all
what the
nerdy and
fuck?
shit, but like, bro,
it's
Spartans are
very
not
well
supposed to
known.
be motherfuckers that like
It's
go out
They're
and have sex, bro.
soldiers.
They
it's not
literally
even nerdy.
genetically modify.
It's not even nerdy. It's just if I'm watching a Halo show, I want to see Master Chief killing aliens. I don't want to see his fucking naked asshole while he's plowing a bitch, bruh.
Some
Like I'm
some
not
random
watching a
like human
porno.
that the Covenant abducted. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
And like
And she's like the leader or some
she's like, yeah,
shit.
she's like some sort of like influential person in the Covenant. No, that would
I
never
don't know.
happen because the Sanshayun
A
don't let that
human? Yeah,
happen, bro.
yeah. The Covenant don't let. There's a reason that the Covenant were attacking the humans.
Yeah,
It's
Like
for
they're not just
safe
gonna
they
let one
download.
in.
find them heretical for
I feel
desecrating the
like
rings.
I see shit like that happening in so much type of like so many different types of media. Like they get people that like just don't know anything about anything to make shows for like Halo, like Game of Thrones, Star Wars, like whatever you could think of. Like all these producers and like creative directors just don't know shit, and they just end up fucking up the story, and it makes it horrible to watch.
Like they need to focus way more on like because when they're trying to make shit out of very well established universes that were established in things that aren't TV and whatnot, they need to hire all these nerds. They need to get the
Yeah,
story straight. They need to get
yeah. I mean,
like literal lore masters so they don't fuck up and piss people off.
all these fucking
Like
YouTubers like
me,
Star
bro.
Wars Theory or Hidden Xperia or us. Honestly, it's us. Let's just do
Seriously,
us.
get us on the fucking horn with 343.
On the horn.
We'll tell them what's
I've
right,
already
bro.
I've already kind of accepted that I'm never gonna have sex with a woman, so I might as well.
Yeah, just like hire me on as a lore master. I'll be a virgin for life.
Lore master. What's your
Lore
Grimoire
Master.
score?
That's your
Fucking
official LinkedIn job title.
put me on
Lore
for
master.
Halo, Elder Scrolls, fucking Destiny. I'll
Oh my
just let me
god.
fucking fix everything. Jesus Christ.
Oh, speaking of Elder Scrolls and like Bethesda, have any of y'all
Oh,
played Starfield yet?
nope. I've
I have it
seen it. It
installed.
looks
I haven't played it yet.
it looks really interesting. Like it looks really it's more reminiscent of Fallout, like mixed between Fallout and Skyrim with like the way
I
that
So
I don't know.
another green text I saw and it was like being kind of satirical about it is like it's kind of like drawing comparisons to Skyrim because you're literally called Starborn and you do like space magic shouts like dragon shouts.
It's funny because like I've
Like you can't
seen
make that shit up.
gameplay. As far as I could tell, it's like Mass Effect had a baby with No Man's Sky and Fallout and Skyrim, and that's just kind of what
I
Starfield
feel
is.
like
Something
I was just telling David this. I feel like it's like looks good on paper. Like you like it sounds so cool. Like you can explore 1,000 planets, but like all the planets are gonna be like fucking just AI generated, like nothing on
that's
it.
literally
So
No
Well,
Man's Sky, bro, and No Man's Sky is so fun.
That was I
yeah,
fucking
but
love No
on No
Man's
Man's
Sky. Oh my
Sky,
god.
like I feel like you can do a lot more, like in terms of like mining and shit like that. Like you can
I
literally
don't
Yeah,
know,
because that's
man.
No Man's Sky's open world survival crap. Well, kind of
I've
survival
been,
Yeah,
crap.
they're different. They're sort of different games. I
I've
would
been
have to
watching my
play it
dad
to make
play
an
it.
opinion
It's
on it.
because
I've been
it's
watching my
because the
dad play it. He
Bethesda
fucking
game,
loves it.
it's open world story driven. Skyrim, or not Skyrim, No Man's Sky is
Is the
not
survival
story
shit
driven.
with just random ass
Despite
story
despite
shit
what
strewn
yeah,
about.
despite what fucking Hello Games might try to put in your head, that shit is not story driven.
They botched the fuck out of it, not being able to replay the goddamn story.
Not
What's
that's
the
not to say
point?
it's not good, because like fucking that game
It's
has so much
least
cool
the-
shit to
at
do,
least-
but the story is not what you want to be focusing on.
At least the devs stuck with it, unlike fucking Battlefront. Because
my
Battlefront
God.
had a shit launch too, and then the devs came back, made it amazing, and Rises getting its stride. Most players ever in the game, they were just like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
fucking leave that shit and make the worst game you can imagine.
And
Yeah,
then
let's
Star
make
Wars
fucking
Squadrons came out.
Yeah, because everybody was asking for that, even
I-
though there was already that exact game in fucking
and to be
Battlefront
fair,
2.
DICE didn't make Squadrons, but DICE still fucked up
Still,
horribly.
still, they should
Because
not have
it-
cut.
Yeah, let's
It's
make
all
a
because
game
It's
mode
bro,
EA's
it's
fault.
EA
into
is
an
just
entire game.
EA is just a shit company, just a
Bro,
dog shit
they could have
publisher
made
who's
so
fucked everything up.
much money. All they had to do, add new heroes, and then give them skins. People will buy that shit like it's cake.
Yeah,
What's the
pull
term?
Big globes.
pull a
Oh, God.
fucking like they're hotcakes. Pull
Hotcakes. That's
pull
what
a
it is.
fucking Overwatch 2, bro. Re-release the game under Battlefront 3. Make it the same thing. Just update, just like refresh it. Give it a new fucking coat of
Add
paint. Add new
maps,
heroes.
Add
What-
heroes.
Like, it makes me wonder who the fuck is
Make it
working at
free
these
to play.
companies to make these dog shit decisions. How
I don't
fucking
know.
hard is it? All you gotta do is hire a goddamn 20-year-old male. Chances are they're gonna be a fucking fat nerd. And they're gonna know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Like-
Basically, all I do is sit inside, play video games, and watch TV shows all day. So I can tell you exactly what the local internet community wants. Shut the fuck
I
up,
mean,
nerd.
literally
Uh,
exactly though. Like, not
Except
even
I'm gonna
kidding.
take everything you just did and make $1 billion fucking dollars because you had the right opinions and we know what the people want. Thanks to you. It's really not that hard. Just like listen to your fans and you'll make so much goddamn money.
Bro, it is
Yep.
really.
It's as
Jesus
easy as
Christ.
that. Like make a fucking Twitter, read the comment section and you'll make
like
so much money.
actually read them.
So hard. So hard. What's a good example of a company that does do that?
It's a lot of indie, like smaller companies
I mean,
that do
I-
that.
Well, you know
No
what?
Man's Sky,
Now I
listen,
think
bro.
about
That's
it.
why they
That's true.
listen.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I mean, now that I think about it, Rust in a lot of ways too. Those motherfuckers keep
Oh, yeah,
sending
face pu- yeah.
updates. Like
The-
I
face
do like.
punch.
It's
to
kind-
be
it's
proud.
kind of
they
the
made, they
cra-
made Gmod,
yeah.
bro.
It's crazy
That's
that we
true.
get consistent monthly updates with new like content and features
Yeah.
Oh,
for
Valve
years on
too.
end.
I think.
Valorant,
I
yeah.
think Valve.
No,
Valve.
Valve.
No, Valve.
Not Valorant.
Oh,
Valorant.
Valve. I was like,
Not Valorant. Ugh.
I mean, they do update the game like in a good way
Sometimes.
though.
I mean,
Yeah.
we get a map maybe like
It's the
every
same-
fucking 4 months.
But the problem is it's the same fucking battle pass bullshit.
It's
Yeah.
it's Battle
Luckily,
Pass
I'm never
free to
spending
play.
a goddamn dollar on that.
Like
one
all-
game.
s-
Me neither.
The fucking gaming scene, bro.
Well,
yeah, that's
in,
true.
in terms of like monetization, yes. And
the,
like
the only
that's
cool
good.
thing about Fortnite is the fact that like every single piece of like media you can think of, every character, every person, famous
Yeah,
celebrity, whatever you think
seriously.
of, is in that game.
Yeah.
Goku,
I mean,
fucking
it
Star
works.
Wars, like
bro,
everybody.
that
every,
one
the
that
alien
one
is
like
in that game.
Vine guy who did like the I don't remember his name, like
King Bach, the
No.
spoonful motherfucker.
I think yeah, he was in Fortnite, but there's a
Really?
No way.
I don't know. But there's
Oh,
a
I know
no,
you're
he
talking
was-
about the
it's
black guy that like has that one like face, like he
the
does
face.
That one,
He does that one face. He's in Fortnite right now.
He puts like his hands out.
Yeah,
like, in a,
yeah,
Yeah, I
like
know
the
what
hands in
I know
front of
exactly
hands
what-
outward in front of him. I don't like Khalid. I don't remember his name. Something
I
like
don't
that.
remember his name.
He's
I know
in fucking Fortnite.
exactly what you're talking about.
Some random motherfucker who got famous for doing a face on Vine or like TikTok, whatever
10
the fuck,
years ago.
is a goddamn Fortnite player.
In
Like
Fortnite.
what?
In
It's
one
just
of the
crazy,
biggest
like-
games of our generation.
Like fucking Dragon Ball Z characters, Star Wars characters, the fucking alien from Alien,
yeah.
the Xenomorph
I have
on there,
I have that skin.
It's
the Predators on there.
I also have
More-
that.
at this point, it'll probably be easier to name a series that hasn't collabed with Fortnite yet.
It-
yeah.
I guess just-
honestly, yeah.
It's a good example of like casting the widest net to draw on the biggest audience. To
Yeah,
just bring in
that's
so
exactly.
many people because like
And it
whoa,
fucking works.
my favorite
Yeah, it
franchise is in Fortnite. I've heard so much about this game. Maybe I check it out. And boom, they just made a sale
Bro,
on the
to be
skin.
honest,
you're addicted.
like it's sometimes like when I hear about stuff, like when they add like some Star Wars stuff, because I'm a big Star Wars nerd, like I just want to hop on the game to buy the skin and that's it. Like
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah,
I
bro, I
feel.
mean,
Like I'm not gonna
I
do
mean,
it,
And that's how they
obviously,
get
but
and
you,
it
bro.
makes them money.
that's how they
because
make money and keep making
because
money. Like
they
nobody's
don't
playing
make
the game, but
yeah, they
everybody's
don't
hopping
make
on to
any
buy the
money from you
skin.
just playing the game. They make money
It's
from you buying
FOMO.
It's
It's
skins.
just
fucking
FOMO
crazy.
because it's
It's
like
fucking crazy.
this is a limited time collaboration. Oh, I better play now before it goes away.
Limited time, limited
It's
time.
it's
Play.
yep,
That'll be $5.90.
Oh my
That'll be
god.
$20.
yep.
That'd be $25. $25,
Yeah.
30 if you want to buy the package.
That'll be 2,400 V-bucks. That'll be 2,400 V-bucks.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
Fucking video games.
I think
Good
God
lord.
damn,
Reach had
we
it.
went on a
Reach had it right with customization.
yeah. That's that's what I've been saying. The fuck, 343 had the perfect customization, the best customization they've seen in, I would say, in any FPS. Because there's really no other FPS that gave you that level of customization. Because there's so much fucking bullshit in that game.
You didn't have to
That's
pay.
why I
So
like
many
You
Halo
didn't have
games
to
so
rules.
pay
much.
to fucking change the color of your
Yeah,
armor. You didn't have to
you
pay to
had
make it look different.
and there were some there were so many cool like helmets and shit on like the really weird levels, like Forerunner and shit. Like you would
I'm
get
not
some
gonna lie.
really cool shit.
Halo Infinite though has some really cool like armor designs. Even though you have to
But
like
they
maybe pay for
lock it
the
behind paywalls. That's the only
yeah.
thing I don't
And the
like.
only
Like,
And
bro.
I don't like. I honestly don't like Halo Infinite's customization because they have the stupid ass armor core shit. Let me put the what I want on like one piece of fucking armor.
That's
Why do I have
wait,
to
is
I
that
think
how
switch?
it
that's
is? It just
Why do I have to
one
wait,
switch
is it
thing.
just
armor
armor and
cores?
helmet?
Not
Yeah, that's
not necessarily because there's like different there's like you can modify shoulder pads and knee pads and all that, but it
yeah,
has to be on a specific armor core style, which is like
That's bullshit.
one set style of armor.
so you can't put the samurai shoulder pads on like your
On
stock
like
armor
yeah,
core, which is
That's
retarded.
so
it's dumb.
stupid.
Why can't I do that? The
What's the
hitbox is all
why
the same.
not? Why the fuck not? Is my
You know
question.
what's crazy to me is like these motherfuckers will update like, oh, let's put cat ears on a Spartan
Yeah.
helmet. That sounds great. They'll get right on that.
Let me
But
put the
in like
manufacturer that
multiplayer
made them in the
co-op,
lore and all that. Like, bro.
but like co-op, they won't fix all sorts of like bugging, like glitches, like with load times and shit, and like different checkpoints and shit. They won't
Wait,
change anything in the campaign that affects gameplay, but they'll make sure to add as
no,
many
because they don't
cat ear Spartans as they
because
can.
they don't make money in the
You're
campaign
so-
unless apart from buying it.
Fucking
So what's the point?
insane.
Which most people are going to
Was
be playing it through Game Pass anyways, and the multiplayer is free to play.
Yep. Just trying to do another
I
Fortnite. Oh,
just
here's a free
found
game. Found what?
I just found a tier list of all the Cartoon Network shows.
bro, how many tangents have we
You know what
gone
would
through?
be
We've talked about so many different things.
kind of a
That's good.
cool idea is at the beginning of each podcast we do a tier list of something.
That's
That'd be
actually
kinda
not a
cool.
bad idea.
Sorry, I
That's
got to
not a
bring it
bad
up.
idea.
One last thing, bro. Another thing I think we didn't give enough credit to in the time was like Black Ops 3 had some pretty good fucking customization.
Dude,
I knew
yeah.
Black
Black
Ops 3
Ops
was
3 is
awesome.
underrated as fuck.
Even
I
though
It
they
is
know a
had
lot of
very
even
people
though they
underrated.
like
had
it, but I
the
feel like it.
they had the supply
Loot
drops and shit,
crates.
but you could earn crypto keys by playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could get it legit.
and they had some
I just
fire
got
ass
FUD.
camos
And
too.
And the zombies. Hold on, let's
Yeah,
talk about the
the
zombies
yeah,
too,
the
bro.
Black Ops 3.
what was it
Yeah,
called? The
Zombie
gunsmith.
Chronicles.
The gunsmith in
Yeah.
Black
Oh
Ops 3 let you
yeah.
like make your own camos and designs
Yeah,
for
it was sick.
guns.
That's sick as
And
fuck.
there were variations for like the attachments. It was so awesome.
It
Like,
was
why
the
do you not
it
see
was
that in
the
CODs now?
it was the only good exosuit Call of Duty that there has been.
I liked Advanced Warfare though.
Advan
I actually
actually,
really
yeah,
liked
I
Advanced Warfare.
take that
people
back.
have a
Advanced
lot of
Warfare
mixed
was
It's
fun.
just
opinions on that.
the loot crate system fucked it
Oh,
because there were too many
Yeah.
OP guns
yeah.
like the Speakeasy ASM1
Yeah,
or whatever.
Speakeasy, the fucking oh my god, what was
Actually,
it
I
called? The
think
Bow.
Advanced Warfare
remember.
was actually one of the first Call of Duties that I played the beta in. I'm
I
pretty
remember
sure.
I pre-ordered that shit.
I think
Yeah,
top tier exo combat fighting game of all time,
but
Titanfall 2.
Oh yeah,
Titanfall is
Titanfall.
fucking
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Titanfall's fantastic.
Not Apex Legends, Titanfall
No,
2.
Titanfall.
Oh dude, I
You get my
fucking
if we're
ass
love
to
just
Titanfall
Titanfall,
2
bro.
and I will win, bro.
The combat is so goddamn refined in that game. I can't believe they
Yeah.
haven't made another
That
one.
that was
It's
a 10 out of
perfect.
10. It is
Because
It's
literally a
Apex
perfect
Legends
game.
fucked it, bro. Apex Legends just like took over what Titanfall 3 was supposed to be. They were working on
I
that.
liked Apex for a time, but I haven't played it.
It's
I
in
like
so
the
it's kind of
beginning of Apex.
it
It was
spits in
good
the
at
face of
first.
Titanfall fans because that's not what Titanfall fans wanted. It just turned it into a generic battle royale.
I mean, I was cool with it, but I wish they like had Apex still going and they made Titanfall. Like, is that so hard to just leave the servers up while you make a new game?
Aren't Titanfall servers still up though? Titanfall 2?
Well, or like, no, I meant like leave Apex servers up while you make a
They
new
definitely could
Titanfall.
have fucking kept, but like that's not a problem.
Like, I don't understand why
They
like it was so hard to just like. Okay,
It's just the
let's
fact
just
that
like cut support on Apex for a little bit, leave the servers up so we can still make money, and then we'll go, make Titanfall.
that's the
3.
thing. It's just the fact that they run on the same engine, so the same development teams that was supposed to be working on Titanfall 3 began working on Apex. It's the same team. Respawn's
And
Titanfall division or whatever the fuck.
in regular FPS, like Titanfall 2 is just a one and done type game where you buy it and that's all the money they make.
Yep.
Bro, that game was
But then
so fucking good too.
But then Apex is like you're always
Battle
buying
Pass
skins, you're always
monetization,
buying
fucking packs and
That's
shit.
what sucks, but
because
Titanfall 3 is gonna be like that.
You just look at that and like all the like fucking games that win Game of the Year, it's always the ones that don't require like any cosmetic like microtransaction bullshit.
Elden
like
Ring.
Titanfall 2, Elden Ring, like God of War.
Elden Ring is so fucking good, man.
God of War is another one. Like that story, I don't think I've ever, not just like in video games, but like TV shows, I've never seen a better story. It's just crazy how amazing that story is.
I want to play. I want to start from the beginning though. I need to get it for the fucking PS2 and then just work my way up. Or I think it started on the PS3.
The first couple ones are the story's very different.
Yeah,
it's like a very hack and slash kind of game.
Yeah.
But
aren't there three of them? It's God of
though.
War 1, 2, and 3, and then it's God of War 2016, and then Ragnarok.
You could honestly just watch YouTube about like what Kratos did up until 2018 God of War. There's a bunch of videos out there that are very like good production value, and they tell you what all he did, and like basically like fucking destroying.
He just killed the pantheon, bro.
Yeah, he killed like every Olympus god you could think of, and just fucking left because he's a boss like that.
It's fucking that's sick though. Like I want to do that.
It's a cool like God of War 3.
Cool
he kills a fuck ton of them, and then God of War 2018 like sees him in the Norse realm, and it's I won't say anything, but the 2018 and then Ragnarok, just those might be the best games I've ever played. Just in general, they're so good. The story's amazing. The main character is a fucking badass, and they're not afraid to like make him not a badass.
And Atreus is a little bitch.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He starts off like a little bitch, and then they give him so much character development, and then you end up loving him by the end of the second game.
Unlike all the fucking sequels to Star Wars.
Yep.
But I need a goddamn PS4/PS5 to play that shit.
Actually, you could play God of War 2018 on PC. I think Ragnarok too.
Oh, Ragnarok too?
I don't know about Ragnarok, but for sure 2018 God of War.
I don't see
Ragnarok's
on PC yet.
No, just regular God of War. It's only $50 though. It's not even 60.
It's a really good game. I highly recommend it. But should we probably wrap this up so it's not like 2
3 hours long?
We're at an hour and 22 minutes.
Holy
shit! That's a
probably
pretty good opener.
Well, that was fun.
I'm telling you, bro.
I didn't even feel like we were recording.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
Yeah, this is just normal shit that we fucking talk about.
That was podcast episode 1. We will make another one soon.
Everything in the world we just talked about just now.
Yep.
All right. See you guys later.